scary indeed. And there's the handshake.
We did it.
We did it, chat.
You know, Pokemon World Championships is also happening this weekend, and I saw like a ton of tweets. It's like, how did they fill for this long? It's a caster thing. We got to also learn how to fill.
Speaking of Pokemon, when Unite first came out, I casted like an inaugural Unite event. And me and Ajax filled for an hour straight.
That's so
because
hype.
The game would not start due to technical difficulties.
And they weren't like BRB menu?
The producer asked us multiple times. We're like, nah, we'll just keep talking about Pokemon.
That's sick. Anyway, though, we're going to get it started here. And we got MystaJar and Moneyman. An interesting start so far, but it is going to be Moneyman who's going to get a little bit things started here. Going for the grab, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough here. So let's see what exactly MystaJar is going to do. Going for the full thing, and you know what? You got it.
Doesn't get the extremely damaging hitbox on it, though. Only gets the above one, and this is exactly what I was talking about before the set got started, where once Yoshi breaks Hero's zone, once he gets in his face, it's very difficult for Hero to escape the disadvantage. So MystaJar going to have to do a much better job of walling out MoneymanSD because, again, he's in.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be able to find the pickup with the up tilt, but I'm liking the air dodge out here by MystaJar. Trying to get something started here, going for the side beat. It's not going to be enough. Zapple is such an interesting move, too, because I think it doesn't soak too much of your bar, but like it extends so far out, it's kind of hard to zone around sometimes.
Yeah, it's not a lot of mana. It's relatively fast, especially compared to the rest of Hero's kit, and especially the uncharged versions. They're such a good just like bop, nope, get away.
Yeah.
Falling back air, though, going to put him in a position. He does air dodge straight on to the platform instead, though, so we just reset. MoneymanSD definitely making use of Yoshi's superior movement tools here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things about Yoshi that a lot of people struggle with is not only like super armor on a lot of things, but how weird Yoshi can just kind of move around you. But it will be the back throw here, not going to be enough as we are going to get that neutral B charged up just a little bit here. And now MoneymanSD can choose whenever they want to start approaching here. Looking for the up tilt pickup. The last hit of back air not going to be enough here. So we're going to try and get the pop off the side, and instead Swoosh is going to say no, and there goes your stock.
Just falls straight into it, but I'm not a huge fan of how many F smashes MystaJar is throwing out, especially when MoneymanSD is nowhere near them, because MoneymanSD is just going to be like, okay, Yoshi double jump, I drift behind you, and here's a back air.
Okay, forward throw is going to be the option.
Rising Nair here probably, and that's something that I would actually like to see more of. Yoshi in a unique position where they can just like Rising Nair and cover like the entire vertical column in front of the platform, or in front of the ledge rather. Might not even need it though, as you just pull the trigger on a down B right by the ledge and your opponent dies.
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to chase down. Just going to have the shield soak the entirety of the neutral B here. Good parry though by MystaJar, but it doesn't matter here. Missing the tech. No follow-up from MoneymanSD, but now Moneyman going to try and get back in this. It's a massive lead last. I mean, Yoshi too is going to kind of struggle here, but we're not really seeing that hero combo game. We're not seeing a lot of the nairs that we really need to see.
And we're not seeing, I think we've yet to see menu. And I do see that the in-game tag is menu ? And so this might be like an intentional faux pas on MystaJar's part. But maybe start rolling the dice, my friend, because you might need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like the same thing for a lot of Steve mains that are like, well, I don't sit back and mine. And it's like, well,
that's
you kind of
the correct thing to do.
You kind of need to sometimes.
Like, there's a reason people complain about it, and it's because it's dang good.
It's absolutely good. And now it is menu potentially on last hit. Going for the whole thing. Not going to be enough for your shield break.
Don't get shield broken, please.
Going back to back here, but it's been a very interesting tempo of matches. It's kind of weird to cast it because both of them, I feel like it's just kind of like these single hit, single piece combos, and then they're just resetting and going again. But MoneymanSD, really all he needs is like a good up smash out of shield, and we're going to game 2.
And a raise in chat making a decently insane point that maybe the reason why MystaJar isn't using the menu is because they can't read it through the mask.
That's good. Chat is funny. We love chat.
We need more F smashes in neutral. That's also a good point, chat. Very true.
We'll have chat cast with us. Get a second chair for the chat.
They're the third commentator,
That's true.
as per
always.
usual.
Can't see through the mask. Do you have one of those? I don't have one.
I do not. I know Ajax does.
Wait, the eyes are. You can actually kind of see the outline of their head.
You can see the person.
The nose and the beard coming out of the bottom.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
I think it's really funny how I feel like you're mostly seeing not out of the eyes, but you're actually seeing out of the mouth for that one.
The eyes seem to be see-through though, so maybe. I don't like
Look at a little
that.
mesh.
I don't like the staring directly into the camera.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, please. Save your casters and Bryce on production too. Gonna be the same matchup though. Let's use the menu this time. I want to see a couple of buffs, man.
Let's just top deck. Even if you can't read the menu, just top deck. See
Even
what
if it's
happens.
kamikaze 3 times in a row.
It's statistically unlikely. Like, just you see what happens.
I actually like this stage for Hero a lot, but I also kind of like this for Yoshi too, in a weird way, right? We have
Yoshi,
this open
I
platform.
don't think has bad stages.
Yeah.
Just being straight up.
You were the person that said that Sonic has no losing matchups either, right?
That's also true.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the thing that kind of defines a lot of the really good characters in Smash Ultimate is they are fully functional on every stage. A lot of the mid tiers, like you know, like back in the day, you get like cheesing on Yoshi's or and not Yoshi the character, Yoshi's the stage.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that like sets the really good characters apart is like no matter what your opponent bans, you can find somewhere that's comfortable. And it just kind of comes down to personal preference.
It's true. Okay, once again, going for the full charge of Kazap here. Seeing a little bit more forward air come out here, seeing a little bit of a closer game right now. I'm liking how MystaJar is kind of taking control of center stage, but we definitely want to get in and try and edge guard. We've seen a lot of like work with the forward air that's been working, but we got to get something working.
I like the idea there to stall. And for the first time, I think that makes us like a 1 in 13 hit rate on those F smashes. One finally connects, and it's going to take the stock. MystaJar off to an early lead, but eats a quick down smash and evens us right up.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, though, going for the command grab.
Chat telling me we're at 5 F smashes. Thank you, chat. So 1 for 5, a 20% hit rate. You know, not bad. If you bat 200 in the MLB, you're a pretty good hitter.
Imagine you're on stream at a major, and then the stream producer puts on the screen
they pip
like
it in, get us a lower third.
Your rate of how many F smashes you've hit. That's a new level of BM. Regardless, though, we're seeing 2 stocks at 2. It is Moneyman who is starting to pull ahead, going for the down air. Not going to be able to find it, though. MystaJar going to try and get something started. I just want them to press menu once, man, please.
You did a misinput. Let's see it.
I guess that's why you touched on this. That's why the tag's menu, right? But like, ooh, okay.
There's a decent amount of armor on that move, but not going to be able to kill Yoshi. That probably will, and yes, indeed. Kafrizz is a strong move. It uses a good chunk of your mana. I believe it's 30 MP. But when it hits, it do be hitting.
Yeah,
Brings
especially after you ate a Kazap, too. You ate the Kazap, and then you ate the Kafrizz. So, regardless, though, it is going to be last stock game 2 here on Kalos. So far, so good from Moneyman. Okay, no,
47?
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
I forgot how much damage that did.
Ouch.
Waiting for something to connect here. Gets a grab on the landing and a 2-frame. That's still dead, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Now, I have a question.
Actually, you could have zoomed.
Oh,
if you used the dang menu, you could have zoomed and made it back to stage because not only did you have almost a full mana bar, but zoom is also significantly more likely to appear in your menu when you're off stage. And so if you just tried it, zoom probably would have been there.
It happens. Listen.
Happens to the best of us.
Now, I have a question for you that we talked a little bit about earlier. Was that game shorter than the whole set? Or was that whole set shorter than the whole set?
Both games were shorter than the prep. Yes. I wasn't counting. Maybe chat was. But I think the prep was like a solid 7 or 8 minutes.
Listen, it happens. Welcome to Smash